Okay, hello. So I'm Shannon from Shannon's Nails and Toes. My YouTube channel is Nails and Toes. I'm just doing my tutorial for the Poly Nail Gel Nails. So I received this from Ejiubas and I already put up my review on it. Now I'm actually doing the tutorial to show you how I done it. Okay, so I started with, cleaning and prepping the nail, pushing back the cuticle. I had nipped off all the skin. Then I had gently buffed the nail lightly. Then I took Isprafol alcohol, gave it a wipe. Now the nail is free of any debris and oils and ready to start. So next, I apply a little bit of slip solution into your dampening dish. First off, tells you just dampen your brush. What this is known as is burping your brush, getting any bubbles out of the brush. So we are going to do that. I'm going to set this aside. And I'm going to start with, now that I have, I got ahead of myself. I also already pre-sized all my tips. So I know exactly what size I'm going to be using. It's not good to do this after you've put on the base coat. You want to do this prior. Get all your nails set up so you know which sizes fit on which fingers. And then you want to apply your base coat to start. You have to bear with me. I'm not very good at tutorials. I'm learning. I've always just been very good at hands-on. Never very good about talking while I'm working. So you'll have to bear with me. Oops. So I've applied the base coat. Make sure there's nothing on the free edge. If there's anything on, just go like this. Just take a little off at the edge of my thumb. And be sure to wipe your brush. So I'm going to pop that into the lamp and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I've cured the base coat for 30 seconds in an LED. If you are using a UV lamp, then you'll have to cure it for 60 seconds. I have an LED, so everything today will be done with LED timing. Okay, so now after I've cured that nail, I do not wipe it, I leave it tacky. I take this handy dandy spatula. Now I prefer to just put the polygel right in the form, but I did want to show you that you are to use the spatula. You do want to dip it first so the product doesn't stick to the spatula. But today I'm going to just use the nail form. I've gotten comfortable, so I feel that I'd like to do it this way. So what you do is squeeze out, nice even steady bead. And I do have a larger nail, so I'm gonna have to use a very large bead. Alrighty. So now we take our brush, dip it in the slip solution. Make sure you do wipe the edge of your brush off. There, on the dampen dish. Then you pat down in place. You want to make sure that the gel comes up evenly on the sides. So little pressure, push down in the center to force the gel up to the sides. Once you get comfortable, you can drag your brush down. Once you get a feel for the product, there we go. And drag the brush, gentle. Now, if you're doing this and you notice that the product starts to stick to the brush, wipe the brush, dip it back in the solution, the dampening slip solution, and just start pushing outward again. I'm hoping this shows up on camera. Again, this is my first time, so I am learning. Like everything else, trial and error. Now the only problem I've incurred is I have a little bit of a bubble in there. Okay, so now I've never really had this problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that bubble with the brush. I'm going to wipe my brush off and I'm going to go back in my solution and I'm going to press the product out. There. Now, I'm not sure how well that works, but as long as you have patience, you can always fix. As long as you don't cure, you can fix. If there's any bubbles or anything in the nail that you don't like that might show, like I said, just a little bit of slip solution, go back over it, and there. Now I've pressed that bubble out. I'm going to check on the other side. Oh, there is a tiny, tiny one. But again, trial and error. So if you really wanted to, you could take the solution off and you could start all over again. But for time's sake today, and because I am playing with product, just want to show you. Oops. So I think I've gotten it all in there evenly. So now what I would do is gently take the nail. I am left-handed, so bear with me. Start at the very top of the nail and gently press down. Now you don't want to squish down really hard. It will form, if you have any air bubbles, it will push them out. But it's also going to push a little bit of product out the side if you put too much in. If you put too much gel in there, and if it does do that, again, dip your brush in a little bit of slip solution and just go down the side and wipe that product off. There, make sure you have a napkin or paper towel handy to make sure that you get all that off. So now when you feel that you've got it in place, I would recommend flipping over. Don't go hard because we don't want this nail to pop off. And gently, gently pull the product out. This way you don't get that very thick edge underneath. So gently pull that out. Then just come back on top again and make sure. Extra little quick cleanup, a gentle press. And I think we'll be okay. And we're going to pop that into the lamp for LED. It will be 45 seconds. And if it's a UV lamp, it will be for 1 minute. So I'm just going to go pop that in and I'll come right back. Okay, so now I've cured this. Alrighty, so now you just gently give a little pinch and the nail form will just pop. You'll hear it. Just got to give it a little pinch and pops off. So now as you can see, I do have some frayed edges and whatnot. With any product, I'm learning as we go along. So now what I would do is take my nail file. I would gently go in a back and forth motion. Oops, up the nail sideways. You want to keep it parallel. You want that nice straight edge underneath. We're going to pop over to the other side. Again, under the nail, 90 degree. So straight up and down. Have your nail file like this, sideways. Don't have it up like this. Sideways. Get underneath that nail. Then, now you can lift the nail sideways just to get those little its and bits off, those free edges. Now, I'm not very good at, oops, you can tell I'm not very good at filing on camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to, and I'm left-handed, so everything seems kind of backwards. But again, like I said, this is, for everybody who struggles, everybody who is still learning and wants to apply this product. It is easy. It's not very difficult. There are some, tips and tricks, but I'm going to go upside down so hopefully you can see this. I'm going to do it backwards. I apologize, but this just seems to be easier for the camera. Okay, I'm back. So apparently I get so caught up in the filing, I missed a step. After you bring out the nail from being cured and it still has the form on it, you pop your form off. If there is any free edges, you could just gently pop them off with your finger. But you are supposed to apply the top coat prior to filing. I did file and it doesn't seem to have done any damage. Little gentle scratch right there. But it doesn't seem to have done any real big damage. So we're going to try here. We're just going to put the top coat on and see if we can, finish up this tutorial without making too much of a mess of these nails. So yeah, see when you put it over, you barely even notice that scratch. So that's good. Okay. So now, when you do the top coat, you apply that nice evenly. If there's anything coming off the edge, just use your hand to just gently. All right. So it's not pooling up at the cuticle. It's not at the sides. Now we're going to pop that into the lamp. Again, if it's an LED lamp, 30 seconds. And if it is UV, then 60 seconds. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back again. Shannon from Shannon's Nails and Toes. Nails and Toes on YouTube. So now I've done the polygel nails. This is from Ejiubas. Now, I've taken it out of the lamp. I've already cured my top coat now. And this is the final step. They tell you can file now. Unfortunately, I already, as you know earlier in my video, I started filing. But I'm going to give just another little soft file around the edges, just to show you that. All right. So I'm going to bring it to a nice soft. Now, this isn't recommended, or it doesn't say that you can do this, but I've done it on my other 4 nails, and I actually like it. It gives it that, if you have any little imperfections, if you're learning just like I am, if you have any little imperfections or little pieces of product, just kind of, if it's seeped over and you got a little bit stuck, what I've done is taken a very fine buffer, and I've went over top of and buffed it. Just buffed out any little imperfections to make the nail look smooth. Now, once you've done this a few times, you're going to become a pro at it. You'll just place the product in there, place the slip solution on, you'll slip it, and you'll get really good at it. I think the more you do with any product, the more you do, the better you become. Practice makes perfect, right? So, I myself, I said I'm an acrylic person. I do acrylic, but I'm really liking these. They're quick once you get to know the steps. It's very quick. Nice apex. Oops, here we go. Turn my hand over. It's hard to see, but the apex, nice. Thick, not too bad underneath. Not a big ridge or anything, a little bit of nail dust. But now if you do push too hard and it gets goopy and you get a little bit under here, just gently take your nail file and go underneath like this. And, whoops, gently go underneath on an angle like that. And that'll take off anything that has managed to seep under or become squished out. That's why when I had done it earlier, I recommended that you take your brush, after you've pressed it on, you take your brush and you pull the product out with the slip solution. This way you don't get that big ridge of product under there. All right. Well, all in all, I really like them. I think it was very quick, very easy, very convenient. Everything comes with the kit, especially the brush with the spatula on the other end. I do recommend cleaning your brush as soon as you use it after you're done with it. Do not pack it away until you've cleaned it. If you pack it away, it'll get all hard and goopy and you'll end up having to buy a new brush. So I do recommend that. I do also recommend having all of your tips set up and having all your products set up. Slip solution I would pour first. Have everything all set up and ready to go, because once you have applied your base coat and you're curing in between, you're not wiping, so nothing's dry. It stays tacky the whole time. So until you're at the very end, when you've popped the nail off and you've cured everything and you're ready to file, everything stays sticky. So you won't have time to be, grabbing and pulling pulling the product, opening lids and whatnot. You take a chance of, just smudging it up. So, alrighty. All in all, the product is great. Dries firm, nice apex. It's pretty. The color is very nice. Actually, the color I'd used is the polygel nail. It's the dark pink, translucent sheer coverage. And it's beautiful. Now I am going to add some nail art. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back. I'm going to apply my own clear coat because I like that really, really shiny look. So I'm going to apply a clear coat, and I'm going to do some stamping designs, maybe even a color. I'm not too sure. But yeah, the product is great. It works well. The price is right, and like I said, it's easy to use. It just takes a few times to get used to it, and definitely would recommend this. Anybody looking to do their own nails that doesn't want to go to a salon or doesn't want to spend that money, and they just want to be able to buy a kit and continue to do their nails on their own, or just to learn, or even to possibly do friends' nails. It is a nice, it is a great kit. I really do like it. So, yeah, I highly recommend it. And like I said, the price is right. So, you can purchase this kit from Ejiubas, and it is online at ejiubas.com. You can go to the site, and yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Sorry I've been rambling. Again, I'm learning. So hopefully my videos will get better with time. And again, thank you for watching.